Oh, who say does that so?
And as is the case most nights, we've got a lot of talent in the backcourt for both of these squads, Clark.
Yeah, there's so many outstanding shot makers and playmakers in the backcourts across the league. I do believe it is clearly a guards league these days. All of these guys can light it up and will light you up. So clearly a shooters league is what you see most of now.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the 1. Yep, that one goes.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Okogie. Back to Paul. Banked it in off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Conley. Outside McDaniels. There's the drive. No good. Ayton with the defensive effort. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints. But probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Now here's Booker. Over Edwards. Ayton passes to Booker. Okogie on the wing. Takes the 3, and the three-pointer goes.
Well, I tell you, Okogie continues to refine his shooting motion. It's got to be seamless and smooth on that particular shot.
Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. 4 on the clock. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Paul. It's Durant with a drive. Outside Booker. Durant with the bucket.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Outside Conley. The kick out to Edwards. With the drive. Nice D from Paul.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Okogie. McDaniels covering. Outside for Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Here's Durant. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Outside Booker. Takes a 3. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Conley with the ball. And it's Paul picking him up. Towns for 3. And Ayton pulls it down.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Booker against Edwards. Booker, the pass to Durant. Back to Booker. Over to the left wing. Outside Durant. Beyond the arc. Suns keep it alive. And here's Ayton. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Booker against Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climbing.
And it slammed in by Durant.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into his shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. Edwards against Booker. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Now Paul. The kick to Durant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Second personal foul.
First one falls for him.
Well, you look at Durant, and it's obvious. He feels like he's got so much more to prove. I mean, he's as driven a player as you'll find in this league. That's part of his greatness. Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. There.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Conley in at the point. Here's Paul. Soft touch off the glass. Paul's gotten his second bucket of the game.
An incredibly hard guy to guard. Paul has such confidence in his handles. That ball's on the string with him.
And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Well, Booker can just bury you from the arc if you let him. He's a pretty efficient range shooter.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. Gobert with it. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the basket by Towns.
Towns has a rare combination of size and skills, and you know, when he gets the rock in the painted area, good luck trying to stop him. He's dangerous down there.
Yeah, that one's good. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Here's Towns. Pass to Conley. Knocked loose. From deep three-point range. Towns can't get it to go. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Okogie into the lane. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
For 3, Durant. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Right side, McDaniels. Down low. Here's Gobert. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
And the Stifle Tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior. Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
Here's Durant. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Conley passes to Towns. Oh, sweet move. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
One of the league's better floor generals, really over the last decade. Conley plays with an old-school pass-first mindset.
Paul passes to Booker.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Paul. Pass to Aiden. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Boy, what a pass. X-ray vision, leadership skills. CP3, a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer.
Towns a screen on Paul. It's McDaniels on the wing. Here's Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Here's Booker. McDaniels against Durant. Over McDaniels. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Good shot, gone bad. You gotta finish there.
Towns finds McDaniels. Edwards against Paul. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Chris Paul.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Conley against Paul. Pass to Aiden. The kick out to Paul. Outside Booker. 6 to shoot. Durant inside. Working on McDaniels. No good on the shot. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Here's Towns. Puts up a 3. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota. And the Suns pushing it up now. And Durant with the big finish.
Durant's a pleasure to watch moving in transition. So fluid and always under control.
Pass to Towns. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Towns has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's a producer. It's part of their...
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Suns on top. They lead by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action.
For the Jabberwockies.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Darius Baisley is out there with T.J. Warren. And then it's Landry Shamet. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Landale in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Grant, we always talk about great footwork from post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, B.A. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a 3 off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who can do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
Here's Shamet from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Suns lead by 6.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Pass to Prince. Lets it go from deep. The Suns clear it.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Now here's Anderson. He takes it in, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Free throw drops for Anderson.
Shooting for Minnesota.
And Anderson drops them both. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Ross. It's Warren on the wing. Here's Shaman. 6 on the shot clock. No good. A bit long that time. The Timberwolves trail. Reed with it. Back to Noel. To the inside. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Warren up top. He shoots. Alexander Walker grabs the board. This for the tie. Inside. Here's Anderson. No, they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Suns have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Baisley. Back to Shaman. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Shamit's got 5 points.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Out to the right wing. Back to Noel.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Prince.
2 minutes.
Pass to Alexander Walker. From 18 feet away. It's hauled in by Baisley. Phoenix has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And here's Warren. A minute 39 left in the third quarter. Here's Baisley. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The baseline J. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Alexander Walker. He drops it from range.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Pass to Baisley. Back to Shaman. Now here's Ross. The Suns need to get off a shot. And now the T-Wolves on the break. For the lead, here's Prince, the shake. And he lays it up and in. Prince has got his first 2 points.
You know, once Prince gets good inside positioning, he's going to work.
Pass to Baisley. Here's Shaman. 5 points in the game. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Shamit's got 7.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 5. 11 seconds left in the third quarter here. On the wing, Noel. The 3. No good that time. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. The Suns on top.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. The Suns leading. On the court for Minnesota. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Up top, Paul. He's guarded by Conley. From the left block. And he can't bank that one in. Outside Edwards. Driving in. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Great use of the dribble drive by Edwards there, earning himself a trip to the line.
Shooting for Minnesota.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
Conley with the ball. Durant covering. Back to Conley. Not going to go that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Okogie on the wing. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. The kick to Durant. Going inside, and it's slammed in by Durant.
And, you know, once Durant notices a lane, you're toast. I mean, using his long strides to get inside fast, unstoppable.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
It's Booker on the wing. To the middle. Durant against McDaniels. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Well, that's par for Durant. I mean, that's what he gives you, the ability to score at all 3 levels.
Here's Edwards. Kevin Durant with a rebound.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Outside Booker. Back to Durant. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
You know, one thing they can count on from Towns on the defensive end is block shots. He does not like to give up a clean look.
Edwards against Booker. Up top, Durant. Fires from deep. On target from range. Durant's got 7 points here in the quarter.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Up top, Edwards. Booker. Oh, wow!
Watch out!
Big finish.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Ball against Conley. Ball passes to Durant. And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it.
Just horrible timing for this team. That mistake could spell disaster.
The Timberwolves have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Edwards against Booker. Edwards, the pass to Conley. The kick out to Edwards. On the take, and Edwards slams it in.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
Here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Suns lead by 2.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty obvious why CP3 is the man they rely on in these big moments. I mean, he's courageous, fearless, and productive.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
BA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
Now, I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Conley against Paul. Up and over Conley. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Well, that's just heads-up play on the glass by Okogie. Not only did he retrieve the rebound, he scored as well.
Now here's Edwards. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It goes on Kevin Durant.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official. He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Paul. Pass to Okogie. Up top, Booker. McDaniels covering. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his third foul so far.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And here's Edwards. Money.
Well, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. Only 2 seconds left to play in the fourth. Your thoughts, guys?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Allie.
To the best in the ball.
Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon. Both these squads, man, Brent, they play hard on the defensive end, don't they? Did you enjoy playing in games like this?
No, Kevin. Why would defense? Why would I enjoy playing against a good defensive team? I want to score. But we will appreciate what we get tonight with these guys. Great effort, great grit, and we'll see who will come out on top.
And the Clippers starting five.
3-point field
The
goal.
wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Now here's Paul. Booker outside. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And George kicks to Covington. Back to George. Covington, a screen on Booker. Passes to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Paul George taking it all the way up for the dunk.
Suns on offense. It's a 5-point game.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
Quick start here for the Clippers in this one. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Durant with the steal. Fast break, here come the Suns. Here's Ayton. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
And Booker throws it down.
Now, Devin Booker is such a natural, gifted scorer. Even when he gets hit on that play, he stays in control with that shot.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Now here's Westbrook. Leonard with no one around. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
Field goal.
Leonard's got a couple of threes now in the first for Los Angeles. Paul dishes to Booker. Paul right side. Booker the pass to KD. Back to Booker. Excellent D there from George.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
First team foul.
Ball against Westbrook. George looking around.
2 minutes.
And George with the stuff.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And Covington sends it back. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Outside Westbrook. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Now here's Durant. Good D by Covington. It's a 9-point spread. And here's Westbrook. Outside, George. Now the pass to Zubac. Clock at 6. Here's Covington, and he lays it straight in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Paul with the bucket.
So tough to keep up with the energy of Chris Paul at the point guard position, especially when he's handling the rock like that.
Outside, George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on 8. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
Now here's Paul. Outside Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
And you look at KD just attacking with authority.
Here's Leonard into the lane and finished off by Leonard.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, all the hustle plays.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. And then George with the jam.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but trying to keep this core group of guys together. If they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages. And what you expect from Russell is that right there. Find a way to get into the lane and make something happen.
Here's Paul, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here's Leonard from 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Kawhi Leonard's game is just so special. He's so talented at getting to his spots, doing it with patience and poise, and capitalizing.
KD against Covington. KD passes to Ayton. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Such a tremendous physical profile that Ayton has. He's getting it done down low.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Paul kicks to Booker. Back to Paul. Pass to Okogie. Shot clock at 6. Back to Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. The 3 from KD. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Westbrook dishes to Covington. The kick out to Westbrook. Back to Covington. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Kicks it out to Paul. Paul George with the steal. Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. Outside, George. And the rejection by Ayton.
So he has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Chris Paul.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Westbrook. Outside, Covington. The kick out to Westbrook. Back to Covington. Outside, Leonard. Fires from the wing. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Lots of throwback stuff to Kawhi's game as he's just feasting now in the mid-range.
Westbrook against Paul. Booker outside. Out to the wing. Okogie, the pass to Booker. Over George. For 3, Okogie. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound by Okogie. And shot on the way. Tips it up. And Durant is right there. Durant's got 6.
Well, great hustle from the swing man that time as Durant doing whatever he could do to keep it alive.
And so it's Los Angeles. Ahead by 9 is the... Thank you, David. We'll be back at...
23. The Clippers, 32.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Terrence Ross is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's TJ Warren, and it's Landale in at the 5 spot. Ross kicks to Shamet. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Here's Landale. Tries again. The kick out to Warren. Pass to Baisley. Back to Warren. Here's Baisley, covered by Morris. Kept alive. Landale. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Clippers leading by 9. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
To the wing on the left. Now Warren. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And they pick up 2.
The will of Warren, admirable, superb, staying with the contact there.
Here's Highland. Kicks to Plumlee. And there's the pass to Powell. Takes it inside. Count that one. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Fires the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Shamet has these kind of games where it looks like he won't miss.
Here's Highland. Here's Gordon. Landale grabs the miss.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Gordon against Ross. That shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
Ross on the wing, defended by Gordon. Ross against Gordon. Here's Baisley. No good with the triple. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They're leading by 8. Outside Gordon. From deep. Rebound by the Suns. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Warren the pass to Baisley. Now here's Shamet. There's a screen. From the top of the key. He can't get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Highland's shot is good. Highland's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Now, here's Shamet. Not a lot of room. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
And already at such a young age, Landry Shamet considered one of those critical role pieces for a very good team. Sky's still the limit for where he can get to.
Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Outside for KD. Ayton at the elbow. All sorts of time. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Ayton's got his second basket of the game. Los Angeles leading by 9. Right side Westbrook. Kicks it out to Covington. Outside George. And he drives in. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
Ball checked in for Landry Shamet. 27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ball against Westbrook. Durant with it. He's got 6. Ball left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Booker. The shot will not fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things.
Fans, please give a big round of applause
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So for the Clippers right now, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Back to Westbrook. From beyond the arc.
Well, Chris Paul, a terrific defender, uses his speed well right there to cover some ground.
Durant in the corner. It's good from long range. Durant's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Suns. Ball against Westbrook. Outside Covington. Left side George. From deep. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Suns trail by 9. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A sign of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
All right, David, thanks. KD, that's for 2. And then Durant with the dunk.
So, question here. How do you stop a near 7-foot guy who can handle the ball like a guard and shoot threes? I'll wait.
Now, here's George. D right on him. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is under review.
Everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
Paul outside. It's Durant on the wing. He dishes it to Booker. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
Covington kicks to George. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Durant wide open. He fires. Good on the three-point shot. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
All right, everybody. It's time to make some noise for your Suns Breaker Dance Crew. All right, Suns fans, give a big round of applause for your Suns.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And here is Los Angeles now. They've held a 12-point lead early. And Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Paul kicks to Booker.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Back to Paul. Driving the lane. And the rejection by Zubats. Outside, George. Pass to Zubats. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. The shot by George, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Leonard, the pass to George. For the three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton attacking. Stolen by George.
Okay, now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Special. There just aren't many guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style.
Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from the top of the key. No good on that one. I'm just not sure they have the time to pull this one off.
No doubt the clock is their biggest enemy right now. It just about take a magic trick for them to find the points they need.
And here's Westbrook. And so Los Angeles takes the win. This, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
To the best kid alive.
everybody. Time to get into it. And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the one. Good on the shot.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Westbrook. Outside Covington. Out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And Leonard drops them both. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Now here's Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Woo! The whole arena felt packed. Towns can just be merciless on offense.
George, right side. And the jam by George.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to Towns. From downtown. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down. Leonard for 3. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Great find by Leonard. When the offense runs through you time and time again, you have to become a good playmaker.
Now here's Edwards. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Edwards against George. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
This is who Towns is. An unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. It's Covington on the wing, defended by Gobert. Here's Westbrook, fires for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Now here's Leonard. Down low. Here's George. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Conley up top, pounded by Westbrook. Towns down low, working on Covington, and the shot goes in.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Westbrook outside. Pass to George. Here's Zubac. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
And Zubac no good on that. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Outside McDaniels. Takes it inside. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Westbrook against Conley. For three, George. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Timberwolves have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Outside Conley. Pass to Edwards. To the wing on the left. Here's Towns. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Towns has got 6.
Such an effective big man. Towns isn't just a post-up threat. He can hurt you off the catch.
Here's Westbrook. The Clippers rebound. George. Outside Covington. Now Leonard. And another shot. And Conley grabs the miss.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The T-Wolves. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And as Westbrook gets older, he's indicated that he's not looking to change how he plays, Grant.
And that can be a double-edged sword, B.A. You love his aggression and confidence, but you wonder how his game will hold up as his athleticism goes.
Towns, a screen on Westbrook. Conley passes to McDaniels. Towns up top. And there's the drive. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Looking ferocious on the drive. You know, I love seeing Towns going hard and finishing with power.
George against Edwards. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Releases. And another basket from Minnesota.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Up top, Westbrook. He's guarded by Conley. Westbrook can't hit. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. George with it. He's picked up by Conley. And stolen by Edwards. Outside McDaniels. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
All right, everybody. Get on your feet and make some noise. One more time for your Timberwolves dancer.
Now Conley. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to McDaniels. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The shot by Conley, no good. Edwards against Zubac. George drives in, and George with the jam.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Edwards against George. Pass to Towns. The shot's good. Towns has got 6 here in the quarter. Well, you've got stars and you've got closers. Smitty, are those always the same thing?
It's not, B.A. There's some guys that are not stars and they can close. And there's some guys that are stars that can't close. But when you get the superstar, he can do both. Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Outside Edwards. No luck on that one. And George with some nice D. Leonard outside. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
Love the focus Leonard has at the arc. He won't take shots he doesn't like.
George against Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Westbrook outside. Leonard outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
Aggressive play from Kawhi Leonard, drawing the foul and still taking his shot.
And so he hits both. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Pass to McDaniels. Towns with the ball. Fires the three. Paul George pulls down the board. George has got his fourth rebound in this one. Out to Covington. Over to the wing. George outside. He gets it off, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. The shot clock violation. He got it up.
Love seeing the hustle from Russell Westbrook, especially on the defensive end.
22. The Clippers, 28.
Appreciate it, Allie. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Paul George has been sensational.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
On the floor for the Clippers. Norman Powell out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Eric Gordon. Then it's Mason Plumlee. And it's Highland in at the point. Pass to Reed. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Alexander Walker. Goes back up. Going inside. So it'll be two free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Morris.
Outstanding take from Alexander Walker, slicing through the lane and drawing the foul.
He's perfect from the line this time. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Here's Highland. Pass to Gordon. Here's Plumlee. Here's Highland. And he converts the layup. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And it's no surprise they want to get him the ball to start this half.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Noel, no good. The Clippers shooting the rock at 58%. A true utility player, Smitty. Marcus Morris brings a diverse skill set to the court.
He does. Marcus is a hard-nosed, gritty defender who can play either forward spot or even center at times. Plus, he's a reliable scorer and a solid three-point shooter.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota. Here's Alexander Walker. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Here's Prince. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Prince has got his first bucket in this one.
That's a move you won't see many guys make. Impressive stuff.
Here's Highland. Uses the glass on the layup.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Kicks it out to Anderson. 4-3. The shot no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Gordon finds Powell. Gordon outside. To the inside. Here's Plumlee. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead. Outside, Anderson. To the paint. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes.
Morris sets a screen. Pass to Plumlee. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Morris. Back to Plumlee. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 11.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Alexander Walker. And he bangs it home with one hand.
This is what happens when you give Nickeil Alexander Walker the lane. Dunk.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third, and the basket by Highland.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Here's Noel, looking for his first basket, still in this one. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Towns comes in for Anderson. McDaniels is checked in for Prince. And it's Anthony Edwards in for Alexander Walker. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And finished off by Westbrook.
His first step, we know, quickness, second to none. Westbrook almost impossible to stop when he gets downhill.
On the wing, Noel lets a 3 fly, fires in the triple.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Leonard outside. Oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air.
This is why shooters always have an eye out for Rudy. And if you don't, this could be the result.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Leonard outside. Down low. Tipped. And so it's Los Angeles with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Timberwolves trail. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at point guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. It's stolen by Leonard. On the break, here's George. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Gobert with a screen on Westbrook. Pass to Towns. The 3. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
NBA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And I just love to see a player who plays with an aggressive mindset. I mean, he had the energy and the intensity all game. He didn't waste any time when he had his chances out there by attacking the rim.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team, and he implored them to be patient at the offensive end. He wants to use every second of the shot clock. He said, quote, if we take care of the ball and take our time and play D, this game is ours.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Towns with the ball. He's picked up by Zubats. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second team foul.
Outside Conley. Free throw line jumper. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Conley against Westbrook. Right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Towns, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
A former #1 pick, Towns is unstoppable when he's on. A polished offensive talent with great size.
To the inside. Outside Conley. Pass to Towns. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard on the wing. McDaniels covering. George with it. Out to Leonard. They swipe it. Outside McDaniels. Here's Conley. Pounded by Westbrook. Conley on the attack. Towns against Covington. Shakes him. Karl Anthony Towns, a terrific move. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's just Big Cat using his upper body strength to convert through contact.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the fourth quarter. Westbrook. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
Yeah, they've also worked at pounding the ball inside. It gave them high percentage looks all game, and it's paid off.
Here's Towns. McDaniels passes to Towns. Here's Edwards. Driving in. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. And Covington, here we go. Pass to Zubats. Now George. Out to Leonard. Fires the 3. That shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Throws it up high. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Clippers.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy.
Oh, throw it down!
Can you say elevation? Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. And here's George. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Covington passes to George. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Looks like he's been working on that one. Finally got a chance to break it out.
Yeah, he knows how to make those jams memorable, doesn't he? Now here's Westbrook. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time...
To the best kid in the hall.
matchup tonight, Doris. Two of the top big men in the league going head-to-head.
Kevin, these are two teams that try to get their centers as many touches as possible. They are the axis upon which these offenses rotate, and how much the defense can guard that entry pass will be a key tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's a Kogi in at the 3.
Well, Devin Booker's ability to put offense on his back is huge for any organization. His willingness to absorb and embrace responsibility is so crucial. Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Now here is Conley. Has to Gobert. Knocked loose. Here's a Kogi, covered by Conley, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Booker the pass to Ayton, and that one drops. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Ball finds Booker. Back to Paul. Just 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. Booker, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Gobert. Outside, Towns. Back to Gobert. And it's sent back by KD.
Maybe the most underrated aspect of Kevin Durant's abilities as a basketball player, the defensive end.
The pass to Booker. There's the triple. Sinks the triple. Booker's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Edwards drives in, and it's sent back by KD. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Conley with it. Lobbed up there for Edwards. Booker the pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, Devin Booker known as a scorer, but this guy is able to put it on time and on target.
Edwards looking it over. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it to Ayton. Pass to KD. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Booker. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Outside Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Paul passes to Booker. Kicks it out to Paul. To Ayton. Suns moving the ball around. Here's KD. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
Here's Edwards. And the pass to McDaniels. It's stolen. Here's a Kogi. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And the shot goes down.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Ball against Conley. Durant with a wide open look. No good on the three. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Now here's Paul. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now Booker. Outside for Durant. Shot clock at 6. He's off on that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Here's Paul. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. Anthony Edwards has been leading the And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's a Kobe. Durant inside. Towns on him. Paul goes in. Booker with no one around. His three-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 3. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Booker. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Kicks it out to Paul. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Outside Edwards. Great D that time from Durant. Suns trail by 3. Here's a Kobe. Booker in the corner. Outside, KD. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. KD's got his second bucket. Evaluating recent attempts, Doris, to create super teams. They haven't quite worked out as planned, have they?
What we understand now is the game isn't played on paper. So many things go into winning. Chemistry, health, and if you risk your future trying to put together a super team with no consideration for what comes next, that can be problematic. Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, we think of Durant as a naturally gifted scorer. Fact is, this guy understands how to get his teammates open.
Edwards inside, defended by Booker, and he gets it back. Outside Conley. Another shot to the wing right side, and stolen by Ayton. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Durant up top. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Ball outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Towns.
Well, tremendous call by Chris Paul. refuses to back off, doesn't waste the look, and gets a foul for his work.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Conley.
2 minutes remaining.
McDaniels in the post. Yes, that goes in. McDaniels got his first basket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And great, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Here's Conley following the basket by Chris Paul. Takes a step back. Conley, the pass to Towns. Doesn't go for him. Durant with some nice D. And it's Paul with the ball for Phoenix. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Kicks it out to Booker. Pass to Okogie. Back to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Devin Booker shiftiness gets himself into the paint, so aggressive, and it pays off.
And he makes both free throws.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Paul grabs the board.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Boy, the consistent greatness of Chris Paul. Playmaker, scorer, defender, leader, year after year. Chris Paul silences any doubt about his place in this game.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 12. Over Booker. Towns kicks to Gobert. And it's Towns missing. Suns leading by 7. To the inside. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Gobert dishes to Towns. Here's McDaniels. And that one released in time, but no good. Thank you, David, and we'll be back.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 18. The Suns, 27.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Landry Shamet, also Terrence Ross out there, and it's Warren in at the 3 spot. And here are the Suns now. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Shamet, the pass to Ross. He kicks it to Warren. Passes it to Shamet. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Warren. Over Prince.
Yeah, defensively, the way Taurean Prince works and gets after it, he knows he's going to get opportunities, and he has responded.
That shot off the mark. And Phoenix the other way now.
Many teams could use a multi-position defender like Taurean Prince.
Well, defensively, you know that Taurean is going to play with great effort night after night. He does an incredible job contesting shots, fighting through screens, and offensively, obviously, his value comes as a spot-up shooter.
Now, here's Shamet. After Taurean Prince has missed, and he gets the bucket. Warren's got the first field goal of the second half for the Suns.
Well, just great recognition. Rise and fire and catch and shoot. T.J. Warren says, I can do that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Personal foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Timberwolves shooting their second and third free throws tonight. He hits both from the stripe. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Now, here's Shamet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside Warren. From past the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
Wow, if T.J. Warren makes threes with consistency, it will unlock every other aspect of his game, and that's significant, guys.
Here's Alexander Walker. Prince outside, but three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Phoenix leading by 12. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
And here is Ross. From the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now, here's Shamet. Defense is right there. And there's a foul called on Naz Reid. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Outside Warren. Pass to Baisley. Kicks to Ross. Just 2 to shoot. Goes up the baseline. That one doesn't drop. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. There's the pass to Noel. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Suns leading by 13. The kick out to Warren.
2 minutes.
Here's Baisley.
2 minutes.
From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Stolen by Warren. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Here's Shamet. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Pass to Alexander Walker. Passes to Reid. And the layup is good. Reid's got his first points of the game.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Shamet up top. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Phoenix leading by 13. It's tipped, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Now, here's Warren. Pass to Baisley. In the corner. Shamet with it. Lock at 6. Baisley passes to Ross. Fires high post. That shot off for Minnesota. They've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Now the pass to Noel. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Warren. And it's Warren with the ball for Phoenix. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Ross, that's good.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
And so it's Phoenix in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer's out. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point, so that's the lineup for Minnesota. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Absolute power from Rudy Gobert. Terrific, out-muscling the defense.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And here's Edwards after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep.
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Ball outside. There's the three. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Booker against Edwards. Floats one. Rebound by the Suns. Ball right side. And they go to the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Booker, and they double up Paul. And Booker kicks to KD. Back to Booker, launches it. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Conley dishes to Gobert. Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
It's on Kevin Durant.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
Here's Booker. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. KD with it. Picked up by Edwards. Good chance here for Booker. Ayton, and Ayton stays with it. And the Suns lead by 17.
Well, you have to love DeAndre Ayton's effort, intensity, and relentlessness as a rebounder.
The Suns have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Ball against Conley. Paul passes to Booker. Paul right side. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Suns leading by 17. Here's Okogie. Pass to Booker. Here's Okogie, defended by Towns. Shot clock at 5 with 3. Booker connects from three-point range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Booker finds Durant. A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. Fades back. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. .132 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Suns.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Devin Booker.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Now here's Durant. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Booker the bounce pass. Agogi the pass to Paul. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Booker. KD on the wing. That doesn't go either for KD. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And stolen by Ayton. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Towns against KD. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. So it's the Suns winning easily here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team...
To the best kid alive.
everybody. We're coming to you live. Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Okogie in a small forward.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
And the Clippers with the ball. Coming off a Suns make. Westbrook, the pass to George. And the jam by George.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Up top, Paul. Pounded by Westbrook. And Paul gets it to go.
The defense looking lazy there. You can't allow Paul to get inside like this. That's just asking for trouble.
Paul against Westbrook. It's George on the wing. Goes up from the top of the key, and he hits the jump shot.
And you see the creativity George has. Just comfortable operating in screen and rolls and taking what he sees.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Graham.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Oh, Covington with a block. Leonard, left side, pass to Westbrook. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Here's Okogie. He's guarded by Zubac. Booker with it. Ayton, the screen on George. For 3, Booker sinks it from distance.
If you're talking strictly from shooting range, Booker is right at the top of that group.
Up top, Westbrook. He's guarded by Paul. Westbrook can't hit.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
Pass to Okogie. And here's Durant. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And Kevin Durant, post-Achilles surgery, no apparent decline, Grant. Last season, the 3rd highest scoring average of his career.
I mean, incredible. Almost 30 points a game. Think about this. 2 of the 4 times he's led the league in scoring, he did it averaging less points per game. And his efficiency, good as ever.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
Now here's Paul. It's Booker on the wing. Drives to the hoop. Here's Okogie. Just 5 to shoot. Durant with it. Guarded now by George. And Durant with the big finish.
Okay, normally the guy is a sleeper, but those were 2 loud points there by Kevin Durant.
George outside. A minute 37 left to play in the first quarter. Doesn't go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. And here's Booker. From deep. And the Suns get another 3.
A reliable 3-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
George outside. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3. George has got 7 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Booker. He's got 6. The kick to Durant. From outside the arc. Covington grabs the board. The Clippers trail. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Covington. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now here's Leonard. Pass to George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And just so hard to stop without fouling. I mean, George can beat you with length, with skill, and with intelligence.
He hits the second from the line. So it's Phoenix now, leading by 5. Here's Paul. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Russell Westbrook.
So good at drawing contact. CP uses his smarts to get to the line.
Paul hits them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And so it's Phoenix closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Phoenix. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Okogie. Durant with it. He takes it in. Back to Okogie. It's tipped. Westbrook against Paul. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Hey, Richard, how about Westbrook's basketball IQ?
By far one of the smartest players in the game. How else would he have broken the triple-double record? He sees everything. His sense of the floor is elite.
RJ, you played with some of the greats. LeBron, Duncan, Dirk, Jason Kidd, just to name a few. But if the game were on the line, who would you want taking the last shot? Putting you on the spot here.
I'm going to be really honest. I have been in great situations with all of those guys, and they have all delivered. So this isn't, but I'm going to go with the person that's delivered the biggest shot of my career, and that was Kyrie Irving. He hit the clutchest shot in NBA history. Argue with me if you want. You're going to lose.
No argument here. Now here's Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
Giving the crowd what they want. Westbrook leaps for the dunk with reckless abandon.
Now Paul. George with a steal. Pass to Covington. They double him with Booker. Booker against George. And Durant with the block.
A tremendous defender. Durant's length can cause major issues for the offense.
Here's Okogie. Here he goes. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Westbrook. George against Paul. Out to Covington. Three-pointer. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Oh, smart positioning by Covington. Just utilizing the corner to find a three-point opportunity.
Outside Durant. This one for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Shot by Leonard. No good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Sinks the tray.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time, Booker showing us his vision.
The Clippers call timeout.
Get yourself a free t-shirt.
The Clippers have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Westbrook, the pass to Covington. Kicks it out to Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
Oh, unselfish basketball from Covington. Now, his teammates appreciate his willingness to hit them when they're open.
Westbrook against Paul.
2 minutes remaining.
The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's George. Rebounded by Chris Paul.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
And it's slammed in by Durant.
This is Paul's game. A pass-first point guard who excels at setting up his teammates.
Now here's Westbrook. 6 points for him. Covington passes to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Up top, Paul, pounded by Westbrook. Outside Booker. The 3-ball. Sends it home from 3-point land. Booker's got 12.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Zubac tips it back in. Zubac has gotten his second bucket.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Paul passes to Durant. Back to Paul. Outside for Booker. Just 5 on the clock. And George with some nice D. Westbrook against Paul. Now here's Leonard. Guarded closely. Out to Covington. Launches a 3. And Durant with the block. And he recovers it. Westbrook finds George.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
That's good from George.
Paul George at the line for 2.
Good on both. And the first half comes to a conclusion.
With the score, your Clippers 25, the Suns 28.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Monty Williams 5. Landry Shamet is out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's Darius Baisley. Then it's T.J. Warren. And it's Landale in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Shamet, following the score by the Clippers. Outside Ross. Back to Shamet. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's Highland. Pass to Plumlee. Here's Highland. Out to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Outside Ross. Here's Shamet. That one off the back iron and out.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Gordon can't hit. The Suns leading.
And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
Here's Baisley. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Here's Ross. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Morris. And Gordon, the 7th pick back in 2008, Grant. Never quite an all-star, but he's been an impact player at times in his career.
Well, you know, B.A., I mean, he's been a key contributor to some quality teams. And when his shot gets going, you could be in trouble.
Here's Highland. This for the tie! And he stays with it. Inside, here's Powell. Pass to Highland. There's the triple. Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Here's Shaman. To the middle. It's tipped. The Suns need to get off a shot. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Morris. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
2 minutes remaining.
Gordon with it, guarded by Ross. Ross against Gordon. For the lead. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. For Phoenix, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. To the wing, right side. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Ross. No good there. And Los Angeles the other way now. Powell with it. Warren covering. And they're on the break. Pass to Shaman. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the triple. Shaman's got 5 points.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Westbrook outside. And George with the jam.
And look at George going off on the defense, putting them to shame with the alley-oop jam.
Outside Paul. The kick to Durant. 41 seconds left in the third. Booker, the pass to Ayton. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yes, solid inside play by Ayton. Staying strong and taking the foul while still putting up a shot.
Ayton hits them both. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Westbrook against Paul. Out to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Yeah, the level of creativity Leonard has is just special. He's capable of some really memorable throwdowns.
Outside Paul. Pass to Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
I like when Kawhi forces the issue, making the defense compromise with the foul.
And Leonard drops them both. And stolen by Leonard. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. The Suns on top. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Paul. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Leonard passes to Covington. George outside. To take the lead. Here's Leonard. Shoots over Ayton. And he's handed a game this close. They're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these previous plays disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And here's Durant. Ayton with a screen. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
A near 7-footer. KD shooting almost 90% from the line for his career. That's a rare combination.
And the move that really shook up the NBA world. I mean, Kevin Durant asking and receiving a trade out of Brooklyn. Now, with this team, he makes them a title favorite overnight.
Now here's Westbrook. For three, Covington. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for three free throws. It goes on Chris Paul. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Phoenix.
A 3-and-D wing. Covington's skill set is perfect for how players and teams play the game today.
And he nails the third. Phoenix has gone 6 of 9 from three-point range. Call against Westbrook. Outside Booker. Okogie on the wing. Pass to Paul. Back to Okogie. And that one's long. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Just a big night for George so far. He always works so hard, but his game has been on a higher level here in this game.
Booker attacking. And Booker with the jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
George. Leonard passes to Zubac. Back to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Top of the key. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Nice hustle from George on the glass, making an effort to keep the play alive and get the conversion.
Phoenix calls timeout. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Monty Williams was going over with his team. He just wanted his players to get a breather and to remind them, stick with the game plan. He wants them to stay patient and run their plays, even if they have to go deep into the shot clock. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Booker. Pass to Durant. It's deflected. Paul against Westbrook. Timeout called, the Clippers.
Timeout. Start it. All right, here comes your Clippers. Give it up for them. LA fans, let's hear it for your Clippers breaker.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. There's the steal. Booker with it, guarded now by George. Pass to Ayton. Now here's Durant. Driving inside. Back to Aiden. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Covington passes to Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. The Suns trailing. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter.
You wouldn't know the pressure is on by looking at Durant. He is one cool customer at the moment.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers. He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And both free throws good for Durant.
He's such a great free throw shooter who can handle big moments.
Westbrook outside. Kicks it to George. With the drive, and that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. And the Clippers lead by 2.
This team counts on George to deliver points. His consistency under pressure is key to their offense.
Now here's Paul. Here's Booker. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Westbrook, the pass to Covington. 1:03 left to play in the fourth. Clock at 6. Pass to Zubats. Kicks it to George. Over Booker. George's shot is off.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Durant with it, and it's Leonard picking him up.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Now here's George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
An elite player in this league. I mean, George understands he needs to come through at the line in clutch moments.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top of those makes.
Ball against Westbrook. The kick to Durant. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker fires from way outside. And he drills the triple.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
George outside. Oh, he can't jam it home.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
So a close game sees Phoenix taking the... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.
To the best kid in the hall.
David, thanks. So the Clippers win the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the points. Shore. Here's Zubats. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Conley surveying the D. Right wing. Here's Towns. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Here's Westbrook. Banked in off the glass.
Able to get to the hoop with those nice handles, leading to an easy finish.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. As one of the biggest stars in the NBA, Russell Westbrook, Clark, puts a lot of energy into his charity work.
Yeah, he really does, and I don't know how many that, but I know he's appreciated for it. He started the Why Not Foundation to help underserved communities, and they're doing some great work. Russ said, why not, has always been his attitude whenever he's pursuing a tough goal, and thus he named his foundation the same way. Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
Edwards drives in, and Edwards with the stuff.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Westbrook against Conley. Outside for George. Down low. Here's Leonard. Shot clock at 3. Westbrook, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
You know, so often we see Westbrook with the ball driving or pulling up off the dribble. He can catch and shoot it just as well.
And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Westbrook passes to George. Over to the left wing. Leonard looking over the floor. Takes a 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Conley against Westbrook. For 3, Edwards. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Stolen by Westbrook. Pass to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Yep, Westbrook seems to have a sixth sense for those kinds of openings. Knows exactly where the gap is and finds his teammate perfect.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Leonard, and it's good off the back rim and in. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
And we've seen Leonard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
George, no good. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. 7-point differential. To the inside. Here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
George looking around. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Westbrook against Conley. That one falls. He's got 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Here's George. Leonard sets a screen for George. With 1 on the clock, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 7 points in the game. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Leonard kicks to George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Conley kicks to Edwards. And the rejection by Zubac. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Minnesota calls timeout. Here's Leonard. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Pass to Westbrook. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Westbrook with it. 8 points for him. Kicks it out to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Westbrook passes to Leonard. 2 on the clock. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Time for t-shirts. Come on now.
Timberwolves trail by 9.
All right, here come your Clippers.
Towns, a screen on George. There's the lob to Towns. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
And George with the stuff.
George doing a nice job driving with physicality. They're seeking out that contact.
George against Edwards. He lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
George against Edwards. Leonard inside. And no good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
2 minutes remaining.
Timberwolves passing it around.
2 minutes.
Edwards looking it over. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. Clippers leading by 9. Kicks it out to Leonard. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Back to George. Outside Leonard. Outside for George. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Now Conley. Out to Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
And Edwards drops them both. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Outside Westbrook.
Defenders really struggle to keep up with Russell Westbrook. It's probably because he's such a dynamic and aggressive athlete.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Russell Westbrook.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. 1:10 left in the second quarter. Now here's Conley. Outside Edwards. To the left wing. Paul George with the steal. Leonard the pass to Covington. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Conley leading the charge. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Karl Anthony Towns.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Kicks it out to Covington. Left side Westbrook. Towns with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the rejection by Zubac. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Here's Alexander Walker. Defended by George. Reed misses.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Leonard the pass to George. He kicks it to Covington. Back to George. With 2 seconds left. No good on the shot. And so it's Los Angeles. Thank you, David, for that interview. And
your Clipper, 32. The Timberwolves, 25.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Plumlee. Marcus Morris is out there with Norman Powell. And there's Gordon. And it's Highland in at the 1 spot. Passes to Powell. He dishes it to Morris. Back to Powell. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. Prince, the pass to Noel. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Powell inside. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And here is Powell. And the pass to Highland. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris. That one, no good. Good D by Anderson. Prince, the pass to Noel. The kick out to Anderson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Anderson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Timberwolves. Here's Highland. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Got a hand on it.
Excellent toughness on the defensive end, and that's what Prince does. He's got size, and he's got the will to defend at a high level.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
The kick out to Anderson. Prince setting a pick for Anderson. Offensive rebound. Los Angeles leading by 5. Pass to Highland. It's Powell on the wing. Guarded by Reed. And foul on the... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted.
The previous play is under review.
Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
How hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
To the left side wing. Anderson outside. To the wing on the left. With the shot. And they get it back. Noel, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Highland passes to Gordon. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Anderson outside. To the left wing. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Los Angeles leading by 7. 1:30 left in the third. The shot by Powell, no good. The Timberwolves have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. One-on-one here. And here's Gordon from outside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Minnesota calls timeout. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Timberwolves trail by 9. Conley with it. No one near him. Goes back up. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Conley kicks to Edwards. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on George.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 55 seconds left to play here in the third. Conley against Westbrook. To the paint. Here's George.
George taking advantage of that close, tight defense, drawing the foul while taking his shot.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Outside Conley. Towns, the pass to Conley. Back to Towns. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Edwards driving inside. And Edwards with the stuff.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
4 seconds left, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off target with his 3. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And, you know, they've been stupendous challenging shots and protecting the rim. Their block numbers really reinforce what we've seen from them in terms of rim protection.
And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 14. Gobert with a screen on George. Edwards drives in. And Edwards with the stuff.
Edwards is so physically developed already. Just brushes off the contact there. Really strong drive by Edwards.
George against Edwards. George with the bucket. George has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Edwards. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Outside, George drives to the hoop, and he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
A nice shot by George.
When George starts to heat up like that, it elevates his whole team. They're loving the scoring right now.
Here's Edwards. And the call on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything.
The previous play is under review.
Technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put into reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Thank you, David. Free throw good, Edwards. And Edwards drops them both.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them.
Los Angeles leading by 12. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And George, here we go. And then George with the jam.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. There's the feed to George. Over in the corner, Zubats. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves trail by 12. Outside, Edwards. McDaniels with the ball. Now Covington defending.
Yeah, this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Clippers leading by 12. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. Now Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Covington. Fires from deep. Poked loose. Westbrook against Towns. Outside, Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubats the pass to Westbrook. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way up.
Not only racking up points, but also limiting their opponent's scoring. Really impressive win here for Los Angeles.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the court, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And the foul called on Edwards.
Second team foul.
And that'll be his third foul so far. Leonard kicks to Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Trying his luck from deep. It's hauled in by Edwards. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. A 12-point game. Outside, Towns. Lets it go from deep. And Anthony Edwards gets the 3. Edwards got 33.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Now here's Westbrook. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, from